So good evening. Why is this video so powerful and so important? I'm gonna give you a 30 seconds introduction before starting. And what I can say about this is that I should make this video because I have a flaw, or I don't know if it isn't a flaw, which is that I don't like to be repetitive. And every interaction I have with human beings is diverse, is different. I'm not like a robot that's like a recording and all the time I say the same. Therefore, these videos are so powerful because I can solve that. And the thing is that I should be repetitive with what I'm going to say today here. And today, before talking about this great guy right here, this very powerful book, I wanted to mention another book which inspired me to make this video, which different to mine. That book is literature. It's considered literature, and it was more than a bestseller. It's considered a classic from a very, very famous writer named Charles Dickens. And there's many movies today about this book, Christmas Carol. You know, we're very close to Christmas. We're ending November, and soon it will be Christmas. In Christmas Carol, written by Charles Dickens, have many movies and movie adaptations. The 2009 animated one is a very good one, and that inspired me in some way, inspired me to do this recording. And the beautiful thing of Charles Dickens is that he redesigns Judaism, Christianity, Islam, you know, because everything is an extension of the previous one. So the thing is that Charles Dickens liked to see hell and heaven with the figure of these people that died, and they don't have more time in earth to live and do mitzvot, as Jewish people would say, or make good deeds, good actions, help others, or do other kind of powerful actions, which sometimes we call work, or if not simply helping people. So these characters, when they died, they had a chain, right? And when you decided not to help somebody, when you decided to be evil or to ignore an opportunity to help others, you added one big piece of metal. I don't know how you say in English these parts of the chain. You added one part to that chain, and many heavy, I think those were like coffins or some sort of weights attached to these chains. So if you wanted to have a light chain after you died, you had to help others. Okay, and of course, if you were a person that didn't help others, your chain just got longer and longer and longer. And at the beginning of the video, of the movie or the book, you have Marley, which is the partner of the main character Scrooge, the selfish and self-interest Scrooge. You know that Marley warns him, because Marley is already dead, that he regrets not having decided to help others while he was alive. And he shows Scrooge his long and heavy chain that he is condemned to carry for all eternity, right? And again, this is just redesigning hell and earth, but it is a very beautiful way of seeing the world and life, and is one of the reasons why this book became so acclaimed and so popular, and even today many people love to watch the movie again and again. So why I'm making this video? Okay, at the beginning, of course, I recommended you another book, which is Charles Dickens' book in case you like literature and all that structure, which is very beautiful with the three ghosts that appear in this book, the ghost of past Christmas, of present Christmas, and future Christmas. And further in the video, we're gonna talk a little bit more about those. But why today I decided to make this video is because myself, I guess, after many years, because it took me almost 3 years of research, constant writing, I think I already reached 400 editions, improving and correcting mistakes or restructuring sentences. And after so many corrections, I came out with a book, which isn't like any other book, because it's a book that's very practical. It's meant to help people to improve something very important, which is your financial decisions. Okay? And I made books about ethics, for example, and morals that still aren't published, which is related with the decisions you take in interpersonal relations and things like that. But this book is more specific about decisions you can take in the investment world and how you decide to research, for example, and what type of stocks or what type of investments or small businesses, if you want to get into that, you look for and you decide to buy. And this book is about that and much more. Okay, but why I'm mentioning Scrooge, okay, and why I'm mentioning Charles Dickens in this video, because myself as a person, I'm not repetitive. Every time I meet somebody new, I'm not a recording, and perhaps this is a mistake. I should be an entrepreneur in that side, but myself, I know myself, and I'm not a recording. Every time I meet somebody, I'm not offering my book or pushing my book on them or talking about my book. I'm not all the time talking about me and myself when I meet people. Sometimes I do it because I wake up with an attitude, okay, let's go out there and promote this book. But other times, when I go to social activities or I meet with friends or wherever, I'm not all the time talking about my book, okay? And perhaps that's a mistake, because in some way, as Charles Dickens said, every time I decide not to help somebody, my chain gets bigger. So every time I meet somebody that is struggling economically or is close to take a financial decision that's going to be of worse quality than the one he's going to take if he educates himself or herself and absorbs much more financial literacy, very important term, financial literacy. Perhaps when I decided to not help, when I decide to don't give a hand, to don't speak to them and say to them, hey, look, I'm here to help you out, to improve your financial literacy. I'm even an author. Even if I don't have time to help you out personally, hey, here's my book. Check it out. Maybe it's going to help you out. And it's going to make my chain less big, okay? Because I guess everybody has mistakes and everybody has some kind of chain, like Charles Dickens said. However, if you keep making mistakes and keep being bad, like Marley, that was very selfish, like Scrooge, that chain gets bigger and bigger and bigger as the Christmas Carol world creation, the literature in that book conveys and teaches to people. So this video, again, is just a good action. Like Jewish people will say, it's a mitzvah. I'm trying to give a hand to people, and this is simply a response to one sin I may have or one flaw, which I don't know if it's a flaw, because sometimes I may not talk about my book, but that makes me a person that's diverse, and sometimes I talk about other things that are important, when I meet with people. But yeah, if I'm making a mistake, if I'm sitting there, if I'm falling short, if I'm not helping all the people I should help, this video is a response to that, Myself, I cannot be repetitive, I find it quite amusing and boring. I don't know, I don't feel right about it. Being that right or wrong, I don't know. The only thing I know is that I know nothing. but these videos are a response to that. And this video can be repetitive. This video can be reproduced again and again and can be shared in 5 seconds with every person I met, as it can be shared in 5 seconds, more importantly, with people I detect that they have very low financial literacy, or that they're very close to take a financial decision or choose an investment that's going to be of lesser quality than the ones I know, because I manage an investment fund and I buy very good quality things. But also this book can inspire people to do research in a different way. So every time I meet somebody and I feel they are going to take a financial decision that's of lesser quality, I can send this video in 5 seconds. So these videos are a response to that. It's a response to my sin, to my flaw, to my limitation of not being able to repeat myself again and again. I don't know if I should start introducing me to people differently and say, hey, hello, my name is Jack, and I'm a published author. Remember to check my book, and then I start talking, right? I'm not gonna do that, I guess. But yeah, so last thing, remember to check it out. If you cannot read it because it looks too small, always in the video, in the description, you're gonna have some sort of access. And today's book recommendation, of course, is Christmas Carol from Charles Dickens, which was a classic. And also this author has many other books which were extremely famous and acclaimed and studied, and so on and so on and so on. And perhaps below, next to the link to my book, I might add an additional book recommendation, which might be changing all the time if I decide to do so. But yeah, I will try to share you another high quality book. For example, I have a friend that he works in the sales side. He's all the time selling things. So when I was recommending a book to him, I told him, look, my book is about the buy side. My book is about making money buying things. It's not about how to sell. So, for example, to my friend, I recommend him another book I know, which is about negotiation, which is about how to sell more, not how to buy the right businesses, but it's a book that explains how to structure deals in a way that you can gain more clients and be a respected person in the deal-making world when you are selling things, instead of what I do is raising capital or helping people to use their capital intelligently and buy the right things, which is something different to the act of selling. Okay, and in both situations you can make income. You can make income when you work and you get paid by hour and you sell your time, as when you sell a product, but you also can make money when you buy the right things. If you buy the right things, then the right things go up in price and you can sell, or even better than that, you buy the right things and even go up in price, but you don't sell, but those things pay dividends. If you buy the right things, of course, sooner or later you will get dividends. Okay, so thank you for watching, and yeah, this is my response. I cannot be repetitive, and I'm gonna finish the video here because first, I don't like to be repetitive, and second, I try to be short, okay, especially when I have interactions, so in person. So thank you for watching, and I hope you liked the video. Remember to check this one. Remember to check Charles Dickens' book, Christmas Carol. If you are a person with a limited budget in, time is money and time, but perhaps you don't have a lot of time, in 2 hours, you can enjoy one of the movies. I like the 2009 one, and I'm gonna finish the video here adding a beautiful recording from one of those movies, which is The Visit of the Christmas Ghost of Now, the present Christmas. And in that video you will see the famous two creatures that you have to take care of, which is ignorance in one side and the other one is want. And to close the video, I can give you an advice on that one. Ignorance is the evil. Ignorance is the monster that makes you ignore my book. Okay, So it's very dangerous. You have to take care. You have to be careful with it. Ignorance stops you from benefiting from this and from many other books. And then want is the other horrible creature that is like ignorance a lot, because want, what it does is it makes you want the wrong things. And for you to want this thing, which is good for you, you need to stop wanting other things. Because when you stop wanting other things, you have more space to add good things like this. Okay, but what happens with human beings? They fill their schedule, they fill their time with the wrong things and with the wrong books, of course. They don't read practical stuff. And that's why Charles Dickens was so successful, because he liked to write literature, like Harry Potter. You know, he used that strategy. People wanted the wrong thing. They want entertainment instead of practicity. So, yeah, that's the other monster, the other creature that you're gonna see now in the video. That is want. And yeah, that's it. I'm gonna jump into that video, and I hope you like it, and thank you for watching. Have a good evening. Goodbye.
Our spirit's lives so short. Our life upon this globe is very brief. It ends tonight. Tonight? Tonight at midnight. Hark. The time is drawing near. Forgive me. Did I see something strange protruding from your skirts? Is it a foot or a claw? It might be a claw for the scant amount of flesh there is upon it. Look here. Oh man, look here. Look. Look. Down here! Are they yours? They are man's. This boy is ignorance. This girl is want. Beware them both. Have they no refuge? No resource? Are there no prisons?
Are there no workhouses?